Good morning, this is Phil McPhail, and today I'm in the town of Patton. And behind me you can see Mount Katahdin. This is what we call Katahdin country. Today I'm going to show you a 250-acre parcel that can be bought in multiple ways. Let's go take a look at it together and take a look around the area. The village of Patton has about 1,000 residents. It's a nice little town, very scenic, with Mount Chase right up behind the town. There's conveniences here, from hardware stores to health clinics, grocery store. Easy access to Baxter State Park from here and the Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument. The property is about 2 miles north of the town. If you're looking for major shopping, you'll have to travel to Holton to the north or Bangor to the south. This is the field and the road frontage here in Patton on the 250 acres. This is Route 11, and it fronts on this for I think about 800 feet. And then you can see the fields here in the distance. All this field is part of the property. Okay, this tree line here on the right side of the video is approximately where the property divides from the neighbors, and all that field going off to the east there is part of the property. There's about 44 acres or so of fields, and they're just beautiful. Really good soil. You can check out the soil map in the link below. In the description of this video, you'll find that link. Okay, one thing you'll find out about Maine, if you have never been here before, and even if you have, you probably know this, but we have a different name for almost every road up here. You'll find it on a map one way, you'll find it on your GPS another, and all the locals probably have their own pet names for these roads, but this could be called North Road or Crystal Brook Road, you name it. This property fronts along this road for nearly a mile. This is an old town road or a county road, and there is a power line running down through here. And you can see the land on this section of it is all on the right side of the road. And right at the foot of this hill, there's a little brook, and we'll go take a look at that. It's pretty difficult to see the brook right here, but it's still flowing. There's a little bit of a pool here right roadside. Very cold water, spring fed, comes right out of the earth here in the woods. And this is the headwaters of Webster Brook. This brook crosses the fields and on through into Crytal, eventually dumps into, this is Webster Brook headwater, and then goes into Fish Stream. Fish Stream's a beautiful brook trout stream, and that leads to the Mattawamkeag River, which is part of the Penobscot River drainage. All right, folks, now I'm standing on the easternmost field off of the Crystal Brook Road or Winding Hill Road. And off in the distance, there's a great view of Mount Katahdin sticking up over the top of that house. And that's a farm on the west side of Route 11, right across the road from this property. This is a nice field as well. It's kind of elevated back here. There's a low spot in the middle where the stream ran through that we just looked at. Again, this is really nice farm soil. Check out the soil map that we've got attached to the property information packet in the map linked in the description below. Okay, so let's take a look at where we're at right now. I just told you we're at that easternmost field. And right here, this blue dot flashing here by one of our geo-referenced photographs is our location. And the road running across here, again, I think it does say, yeah, Crystal Brook Road on this software program. You can see all of the fields here. This is the 40 plus or minus acres, 44, 45 acres of fields. This is all the timber here, and we also have a block of timber right across the road from us we're going to look at here in a minute. There is an ATV snowmobile trail that comes through here, so for those who like the outdoors, you build up here, you can ride your your cabin down the road, or, excuse me, you can ride your four-wheeler down the road from your cabin or your home and jump right on one of the local trails that'll take you around the scenic areas and in towards Baxter State Park and further north heading into Aroostook County. All right, now we're walking kind of east along the Crystal Brook Road or Winding Hill Road, and we're getting closer to the town line here, but we're still in Patton, and you'll see an area here of, this is where one of the trails goes through. This is a right-of-way. At one time, I believe there was a power line through here, but it's no longer here. But this is an area they use for ATV and snow sled trail. It does run through the property, and it is an easement. It makes it great to be able to get out here and get onto the trail system. If you like outdoor recreation, this is really cool. Here's the trail going through. You can see the map here. And this is gated off so that they can keep out a lot of vehicles other than the ATVs if they choose to. And it does go over an old road. Now we're running through kind of the center of the land that's north of the Winding Hill Road. You'll see that on the map. There's a block of timber here that has got quite a few acres in it, and this is the property, and you can see it's really nicely wooded. Got some beautiful birch trees in here, some red maple, spruce fir. This snowmobile ATV trail system through here could be a pretty good opportunity if you're looking to maybe run a small Airbnb type business. We actually have a cabin that we own that we rent out for that purpose, and people really like to come up and bring their machines up and ride right from the property, which you could certainly do right here. Okay, we're in the center of this easement that runs through the property, the easement road, and you can see the blue dot. That's about where we're at. It's a nice area here. There's some large poplar growing up in here, some young ones too. I'm guessing this has not had any timber harvesting done in at least 20 years, maybe more. These trees are probably 50 feet high. All right, so now we're standing on the town line between Patten and Crystal, and you can see back there in the woods is a red spot on that, looks to be a cedar tree, and it's going to cross the Winding Hill Road. And now this is officially the Winding Hill Road, going easterly into Crystal. This is the very beginning of the property of the 104, if 8 plus minus acres. I have to look at the map. I can't remember if it's 104 or 108. I'm walking southerly along the town line here between Crystal and Patton. And this is pretty dense forest in here, folks. Actually, this is one of the more open places. A lot of fir in here. It's actually, it's mature. It should be harvested. Some of it's died and fallen over in here. And depending on what you want to do, you could come in here and do a little timber harvest and take some money off of this property. What a great place for game. Extremely thick. You know, they got a lot of places to hide and a lot of stuff to eat right here and right on the property. White-tailed deer, moose, black bear, rough grouse. We jumped a couple. Oh, there goes a deer. You probably can't see it. A couple of deer. I didn't tie them up, folks. They're actually here. Listen to me talk to myself here in the woods. Well, maybe they're over here getting a little drink out of this dried up creek bed. Well, there's not much water here for them right now. Well, they're probably munching on this grass. That's what they're doing in here. What a pretty spot. Nice little knoll running up here. Mix of hardwood and softwood. We got some ash. We got some maple, birch, lots of fir. Pretty mixed wood lot. A little bit easier walking back in here. It's not quite as thick. There's a little more mature, fully mature trees. What a great lot for hunting. And we've got all the game in Maine right here in Patton, from, like I said earlier, whitetail, which I saw, I'm not sure you did. Black bear in here, moose. It's a pretty piece of forest. Now this is the town line again, and there's some remnants of an old stone wall in here, and some of the blazes. And they need to be freshened up. And if I were to purchase this property, I'd come through here and on the weekends and freshen up the paint on these spots before they're gone. Even though you may own the whole thing, it's never a bad idea to keep all your property lines marked and clearly visible. The land that's in Crytal is probably better suited for growing timber. It is rockier than the stuff over in Patton. It's good soil, but it is rocky. This would be, you know, your land for getting your firewood, your timber, cutting a little bit of wood now and then to help pay all your taxes and get yourself a little income. Still over here on the Crystal lot and coming up a little rise, being towards the center of the property. I know a lot of people don't like this, like us to say this, but we get a lot of properties in, but they're not always this nice. And I wouldn't wait. If you're interested in Maine land and you want a real quality piece of dirt, I think you found it right here. So don't make me say I told you so. If you're interested in investing in land here in Maine, you better call on this one today. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this this short video on this property up here in Patten, Maine and Crystal, Maine. What can I say? It is a fantastic piece of property. Great soils, good timber, easy access, an area that's scenic, like right out of a storybook. You got to come up here and take a look at this property. Don't compare this to cut over timberland and wet soils and rocky, tough land, you know, just plain old recreation land. You can do just about anything on this property. Build your house, raise animals, grow gardens, farm it, cut your own firewood for a lifetime for you and probably all your family. I really like this area, you probably could tell, so come on up and take a look at this with me. Call me at 800-286-6164. While you're here, give us a like and subscribe. And down here in the description below the video, check out the map. We've got a property information packet as part of that map, so you can check that out too. And again, one of the prettiest places you'll ever see in Penobscot County. Come on up and take a look. Have a great day.